Your Footy Fanatics
Here's my thing. I took psychology, and that's called deflection.
I'm not taking none of y'all serious. I'm not taking any of y'all serious.
Well, honestly, he's world class.
Dude, my guy is Dookie Sauce.
Wagwan, Chippy.
Wagwan, y'all deal with.
I deal with. I'm a winner. That's what I deal with. Well, yo, you know what I mean?
I deal with Ivory Coast.
Ooh, big win, yeah. Hey,
Yo, you're a funny guy.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Did he tell you who he was supporting?
Nah, don't matter. He got to support his fellow brothers.
Yo, this guy, I called him.
He probably came from Ivory Coast.
In the chat, bro. In the chat. He's like, yo, Salah's got to make that. Egypt's got to make that chance. He's literally on the phone telling me, bro, I want the Ivory Coast to win.
Yeah,
I'm like, all right, cool. But then I make a comment, and it's like, yo, everybody just comes at me left and right.
And you got, of course, that's your man's Kiko.
From where you from?
From El Salvador. And, of course, B-Cat's the number one and only.
Yeah.
Number one and only fan. He a true AFCON fan, man.
Yeah, great competition, guys.
What up, my boys? Midweek
Quality.
again. Midweek, yeah, a lot quality, but we know the answer is that. What up, though, man? Midweek, we are back. We are back again. Midweek. Mad work. Comment, like, subscribe. Please comment, like, subscribe. We're doing 2 short episodes a week, man. We trying to really pick this up. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And if you're not enjoying it, just head F. And that means thank you, sir. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's really get into it. I got to big up my country. What a display. What a win against the Ivory Coast. And we on to the next round. Big game against Morocco. You know,
That game's going to be fun.
That game is going to be crazy. Win against Cameroon. We just have the Cinderella story right now. We had the toughest team, Nigeria, in the group. Fortunately, they got knocked out. Boom. Made it out that group. Ivory Coast, we about to make it out of that. And then now we'll face Morocco. That's a big win, man. Big game, big game. Winner of that game has to face Cameroon, the hosts. And then the winner, I mean, you still got Tunisia, Burkina Faso on the other side.
A lot of people want that Mane-Salah final.
That'll be so nice because
happen,
we're actually meeting them for qualifiers. Yeah, because they're on
Senegal's on the other
bracket.
They're in the other bracket.
The other bracket? Okay.
So
that would be crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Some stuff you don't see in Como keep that relevant. But
Yo, see what you want to say.
Nah, I just don't want any death threats right now. And I'm just like, I'm a family man, bro. I can't.
Talent-wise, you can see definitely great talent in South America.
Nah, guys.
You ever watch WWE?
Yeah.
It's the same
Triple H.
Same repetitive storyline. John
Cena,
Cena, 16-time world Undertaker, never lost. That's South America for you.
Can we be honest now?
What's up?
That was an awful game. Ivory Coast. Name me one thing that both teams did good.
An amazing defensive display from both teams for sure.
Amazing defensive display from both teams.
Both teams definitely.
Both lines were crazy sloppy.
No, they were not.
Yeah, they were.
Maybe Ivory Coast a little more. Egypt was on the clean side. We could be honest with that. Midfield-wise, I didn't see much spark.
Okay.
But from the wingers and the right backs, I seen great work. I seen some good dribbling. I seen good pace. I seen good stamina. I don't see that in South America.
You know what I noticed with this AFCON though?
I only see altitudes. Like high altitudes.
What's your point?
Nah, because you know what? All right, what makes the game beautiful? It's not
underdogs winning.
Not even that. You know,
no, but you gotta give that credit.
The game itself. I'm talking about watching it. So when you're watching it, like, what makes it pretty to watch? The midfielders. Yeah, there's a lot of attackers in AFCON, but in terms of attacking midfielders, there's not so many. That's why these games physical, choppy, end to end, because there's no one in the no like, what do you call it, controllers
no,
or
to be fair, the best one on the continent for me isn't even in the tournament.
Oh,
he's in London right now. Ziyech.
No Ziyech.
There's no Ziyech in the tournament.
There's no Ziyech.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
Is he the best center attack? That's a good one.
You know, but it's not even center attack. I think he's, as a player, I think he's the best African player. Ziyech. No, because I know what you're going to do. You're going to bring up Salah's numbers like you always do.
No, I'm not going to bring up Salah.
I'm talking about the eye test.
Eye test. So Salah's not good on the eye test?
Who you going to say, Mahrez?
Mane? Nah, Mane, I could see maybe Mane.
Bro, have you watched Ziyech?
Bro,
I'm talking
about, no, but you said what'd you say?
You got
beautiful attacking midfield. Yeah. On the eye test, Ziyech or Mane?
Ziyech or
Who do you like seeing on the ball?
Mane.
Mane
on his resume,
fluid on the eye is definitely Mahrez.
On the exactly.
No. But my only thing with
By
Marv
far.
was, what did you say? Attacking midfielder.
No, easy.
In the,
Mars
in the
is
middle,
cutting
though.
off from the
in the
outside.
like midfielders. There's no like
Yo,
nice
bro,
techie midfielder. Everyone's strong.
Bro, I'm taking-
Basuma would probably be running the show.
I'm taking
in
Pepe
this
over.
tournament.
I'm taking Pepe. I'm taking Pepe over Mahrez on the eye. This man talking about on the eye. My man's talking.
No. Hold on. So he just made a point and just said he would take Pepe over Mars.
You taking
no,
Pepe?
no, I mean Pepe over.
And we're gonna take this podcast serious.
Ziyech, I'm sorry, Pepe over Ziyech. You really need glasses, bro. My man Ziyech had one good game. Yeah, he's nasty. But what has
You're
he
the Chelsea
done?
fan. You're the
What-
Chelsea.
what-
Bro,
Was he-
bro, stop.
Bro, I'm telling, but that, your question wasn't his stats,
Yo,
his productivity.
son is really
You
a
said
wee-wee
what?
rider.
No.
You
What,
know
what
why?
was the
'Cause he
question
scored a
you asked?
screamer. Now all of a
What was the
sudden-
question?
Midfielders, attacking midfielders, there's not many in
Right.
these games.
Right.
That's why the game looks so choppy.
So is he not top 3?
So what was Yaya Toure?
Top 2.
What was Yaya Toure?
Oh, okay, so who do you have better than?
What was Yaya Toure?
You gotta say
Yaya Toure was a
No, but I'm
10.
saying what he played. He played a 10.
No, Yaya Toure was an 8.
Yeah, but he played a 10 for Ivory Coast.
And we're gonna get into them who've done nothing for the last decade.
Yeah, but he
Choke
they
job.
still look good.
They still look. What does that mean,
I'm
Omar?
just saying.
You know what's crazy? Ivory Coast has probably been the biggest embarrassment
and they have
of the
most
last
players.
10 years with the talent that they had. Not even close.
Now, he got a point
You
there.
got a great point.
They had the
Solomon
most talent.
Kalou,
Look at this.
Drogba,
Go, keep going.
Kolo Toure, Yaya
Keep
Toure.
going.
You remember what's his name?
Eboué,
Yo,
Gervinho.
Jerry.
Boy.
Abdelkader Keita. He was
Keita.
nasty.
Bro, and even the guys you
Boubacar
just
Barry, the
named,
keeper.
Rest in peace, Cheick Tiote.
and then even named the guys that start in the front 3, Wilfried Zaha,
Ale.
and he's killing it in Holland, right?
Pepe.
The Pharaohs. And every time we stop the exact every team, it's the Pharaohs, bro. It's in our DNA. Winners is winners. Other people can relate. That's all I gotta say. Trigger points.
Y'all favorites against Morocco?
We're not, but that's cool. I mean, I don't know the favorites in the lines. We got BKS here, FanDuel specialist. If y'all ever need anything, hit my
What's
line.
the odds on them? What's the numbers on
He
them?
got a membership going, $5 a month. So sign up. Quick
$5.
$20 a parlay. There you go. You can
I'll
win
take
some-
that.
What's the odds?
Morocco's favorite.
Guess so, because of Hakimi. But we got Salah. We can't be favorites, but it's all right.
Well, Mbappe tweeted he's what? He's the best right back in the world or something like that?
I could
pushing
over
that.
Trent. I don't think so, but I could see.
Yeah,
what he-
exactly. He's pushing. I could see it, but he pushing that.
But my man's really said Ziyech, bro.
Yo, you know who's the one talking about too? The number 9 from Morocco, Al Nassiri.
From Sevilla.
Compton.
Good play.
Soufiane Arambat. They got a squad.
Who does he play?
He plays in Fiorentina.
He's linked with Spurs. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Sofiane Koufal, bowler.
He used to play for
Little
South.
baller.
They got a team, bro. And what happened was Ziyech was playing for them in the World Cup. 0 points. Or 1 point, I think they had.
That's one more than Egypt.
Man, he has a vendetta. And how many?
Nah, how you gonna talk shit about that though? They have a tie
Yo,
though.
but you know
Yeah,
what's
but
funny?
It's different. They have a better 11.
So you know what's funny? I wanted to ask you though, Omar. For you, how? Because you mentioned it earlier. So North Africa, you've always felt like it was on. Because for me, I feel like West Africa. That when I think of the African nations that represent World Cup, things like that, the talent, it's always Ghana, Cameroon, Senegal, Ivory Coast.
I mean, when it comes to the West African teams, internationally, yes, they are better than the North African teams. But it's still, I wouldn't say better, but they go always farther when it comes to like the World Cup level that people relate. But when it comes to continental success, it's always the North African teams. Club-wise, it's always African teams, obviously, when it comes to the trophies, when it comes to the AFCON. But when it comes to, always there's North African teams involved. So there's always 5 teams making it from Africa. On a consistent basis, it's always Algeria, Morocco, either Tunisia sometimes. We've seen those teams consistently rotate. But when you have those 2 West African teams that make it, or the 3 West African, like last World Cup, who was it? You had Senegal,
Ivory Coast, mate? No. Nigeria.
You had Senegal,
See, Nigeria for me, they're
Senegal,
perennial powerhouses.
Senegal, Nigeria, Egypt,
Morocco.
Morocco, and I think, was it Algeria?
Morocco's in the last World Cup.
Algeria
Yeah,
made
Morocco
it too,
was
right?
in that Spain. group.
Iran, Portugal.
Was Algeria in it too?
Good question.
Or
Where
No,
Tunisia.
was it Tunisia, I think.
Tunisia. Because they were
Yes.
Panama, England.
Yeah, they was in the Pan. It was
They were who?
It was in Panama. and
Panama.
England. The 5 teams that made it, right? So 3 of them were Arab, 2 of them were the West African teams. But as you see, these are teams we spank when we come play. But for some reason, look at Nigeria's performance against Argentina. Look at Senegal in the group with with Colombia and them. Like it was literally left the last day. So it's always the African teams. Definitely the West African teams. For some reason, not for some reason. Obviously, they have more of a better 11 that make it abroad. And the main reason to me is obviously the language. And that's why you see some of the North African teams like Morocco and Algeria, they always tend to have a better 11 than Egypt. Because in Egypt, unfortunately, and if you're going to get really demographically, we only speak Arabic. Like, we can't even speak English, dog. You know what I'm saying? But you got the Algerian, they speak French. The Moroccans speak Spanish, French. So it's easy for them to communicate to get abroad. Most West African teams are colonized. So some of them speak the French. Some of them Nigeria speak perfect English. So it's like it's easier for them when they make the move to Europe. We could get these guys because these guys can communicate. But then you got guys like Amr Zaki, who is one of the top strikers, and he wants to skip class to learn English. So it was just, you know what I'm saying? It really comes down to that.
But I'm curious. You obviously don't rate AFCON, don't rate.
Yo, stop bringing this.
Let me ask you, what is it you don't rate about it, and what do you think they need to get to that level? What do you rate them?
Better system, because the talent's there.
So you're saying the talent's there?
Yeah, I never got away from that. But the talent's there, but for some weird reason, everybody wants to go play in Europe. If they have the opportunity to represent the African country or the European country, they pick Europe. Like the players pick Europe, not us. Mm-hmm. So that just shows something.
Money wise though, Brian.
Yeah, but just because of the structure though. It's also because of the lack of structure, the lack of youth programs. I can't even name one African club team, honestly.
Ali, bro. What are you talking about?
All right, that's one.
That's Sundowns.
I'm serious. No, I'm serious. Like, I'm not even
Chiefs,
trying to be a dick.
Kaiser Chiefs.
I'm not even trying to be a dick, bro.
Kaiser Chiefs. You could name a couple, bro.
Orlando.
I Pyramids FC.
I've never heard of any of those teams besides the one that you first mentioned, Al Zahi, whatever. What is it?
Wow.
What is it?
Yo, the disrespect's crazy.
Nah, being real though.
Cali.
Oh, but Boca Juniors though. Oh, that rings
they
bells.
actually have more trophies. Al Ali is probably what
the most decorated team in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, in what league?
Yeah, he was just
like okay, like what are you talking about?
I knew he was gonna say
You're gonna
that.
talk about Argentina, who all they face is Independente, whatever, Independent, and then River Plate, who definitely
River Plate is nasty.
Fell off the map though,
bro. Their youth program is still one of the top in the world.
Boca,
Manchester
right?
United,
River
Manchester
Boca.
City just bought the
When
striker,
you go to Brazil,
and they're calling him the
Santos-
next Kun. But then, like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but
there's all. What about the Brazilian teams? And you don't rate the Brazilian teams
Santos
either.
and Sao Paulo. Who we gonna talk? Gremio.
Okay.
Let's talk Gremio.
Palmeiras just won.
And we spanked them. El Ali spanked them. In the
Okay,
Club
but how
World
many
Cup.
times Ali gets spanked?
And Internacional.
It's come on, let's be real. Let's be real.
Alexander
Now
Paz.
let's be real. Let's be honest.
No, you're
Who-
just
the
being
club. No,
biased.
I'm not being biased.
I'ma tell you
I'm not
why
being.
you're being
Who's the
biased.
final every time? Is the South American world, the Libertadores champion against the
It's a better
champions?
domestic league,
Let's be
yeah.
real. Not like
I
I don't
disagree,
even.
so is the
This is not
Mexicans.
even
The
trying to be.
Mexicans
I'm not even
always-
trying to be a dick or anything. But like, let's be real. Let's actually look at the facts.
It's always the Mexicans, but it doesn't take away from.
It's always the Mexicans, yeah, because they qualified through their own leg.
Yeah, but
They
you
qualified through the
gotta-
best in
You
CONCACAF.
gotta understand, right? When it comes to an actual funding, South America obviously has a better funding when it comes to ball. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, you guys have obviously, I would say, the better talent.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really break it down, right, and if you pick a dual nationality 11 from the
Okay.
guys that play in Europe,
To
they will be better talented than the ones who are coming from South America.
Yeah,
But that's the duel is so unfair.
No, but I'm just saying.
I mean, Mbappe. Okay. One perfect example, Mbappe. Where did he dribbling around the cones when he was a little kid? Where was he doing that at? In France.
Yeah.
Same thing. Paul Pogba, when he was dribbling the ball around in little cones, where was he?
Yeah, but
He was in England. So they're product of England and France.
Yeah, but the talent is genetic, to be honest with you. But
It's not though. It's not though.
because he's bringing up
Isn't-
grassroots,
But
and
you
I
see-
get what he's
hold
trying
on,
to say.
hold on.
Like,
Is
that's what
that-
I'm saying.
is it
The
fair-
infrastructure.
is it
The
fair-
infrastructure.
Is
That's
it fair to say the talent of Neymar is Brazilian, but the talent of let's say, like you said, Pogba, is that France talent?
No,
Or is
that's
the stylistically,
obviously
the way
he has.
plays?
Obviously, let's be real. He has some type of swag.
There you go.
Okay, but that swag obviously comes from his African roots. But at the end of the day, does swag get you anywhere? The real reason why Pogba was even
Why we
was
love
even
Pogba?
was even all right, because it's just somebody off the example. Juventus, he was good because he was doing fundamentally good stuff. You could have mass swag, and be dookie sauce.
It's tough because we mind to Pogba.
Like
'cause
you
of the
like
swag.
this when you want to talk about skills, when people like that's my problem. When people say, "Oh, he's talented, he's skills." What are those skills? People automatically when they say skills, they think of just dribbling or being flashy. That's one facet of soccer. You must have multiple skills.
Exactly.
You have to see the vision. You have to be thinking ahead. You have to your first touch, your finishing,
Technique, all
but technique. That's why when people say Cruz. So I'm saying Cruz has way more skills than a lot of these dribblers. Just because he's not good at that particular skill.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see one of those dudes hit a 75-yard ball on someone's chest. They can't.
Mm-hmm.
That's
no, I get your point.
So
it's
like
from the
so
grassroots,
back
yeah.
to the point. It's about like I think they need to. They're I don't know why I don't want to get it. I don't even want to touch that topic. But they just need to work on their grassroots and work on developing their players better.
But Brian, if you get into it politically as well.
Yeah, it has all to do with all that stuff,
of course,
though. Absolutely,
but
but
political aspect. If you look at South America ball too, is really not that entertaining, and it needs cleanup too. And
It's-
the reason
it's
why
fa-
people
it's-
only watch it, let's be real, is because of the talent that Brazil and Argentina produce.
but
And
Brazil's
to be-
poor as hell, though.
no, but it's
So they don't watch it
the
for what's
culture.
currently there. They watch it because Neymar's and they know Neymar.
They know
Neymar
Neymar's
other
gonna show up.
guys.
They know Messi's gonna show up. They know Suarez is gonna show up. Okay, so let's watch that 3. But you're not always gonna get the jaw-dropping matches that you're gonna get. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, let's be honest. It's a consistent run of either Uruguay, Brazil, and Argentina.
All right. To
And
be
then-
fair, to be fair, there's only like what is it, like 8 countries in South America, right?
Mhm.
And all those 8 countries are nice, are pretty good teams.
Pretty good.
Okay.
I agree.
Africa, how
Except
many teams are
Venezuela.
there? How many teams are there in the African Cup?
I mean, this African Cup,
The whole tournament.
Yeah.
you
So at least
had
20.
10 groups of 5.
Okay.
So
that's-
what?
Yeah,
It's
is
no
that
way
many?
50 teams.
You know what's
no,
funny?
4. 10 groups of 4.
It
Well,
was.
eight
I
groups of
see where
4.
Brian's
eight
trying
group-
to go with this,
Because
but
what
like-
is this? The round of 16?
This is around the 16 that just happened.
Okay, so 16. So 32 teams in the AFCON.
All right. And look, all those teams have a fair chance of winning it.
Mm-hmm.
That means the quality all around is terrible.
How?
Because
you
if
have so many
anyone could win
upsets.
it, look, the reason AFCON is even, all right, I'll give it to you. AFCON is entertaining, but why is it entertaining? It's because there's 2 teams evenly matched. They're just duking it out. But is the quality there? It's not. It's not good quality.
That's why Comoros.
You can
beat
watch.
Nigeria.
You can watch a Division II college soccer game, and it's competitive,
But-
and you can watch it,
so
and
you-
you find it entertaining.
You don't think the Comoros?
But is the quality there? Absolutely not,
You didn't think that Comoros goal was class? Yeah, I seen that.
Oh yeah, the screen. It was a screen.
bro. There's gonna be goals in all over
Yeah,
the
they
world.
did
There's gonna be
Hakimi
there's scores.
goals.
Goals scored in Japan. There's goals scored in MLS
Yeah,
and
but
the.
you're saying the quality, so that's quality to me.
But I mean,
Hakimi-
one goal doesn't symbolize all. You're grabbing one slice of the
But
pie.
if you look at it, if you break it down, right? If you compare South America's 11, right? Europe's 11, and you put an African 11 right now, you'll find that in most best positions, they're coming out of Africa. Like the best right wing in the world, obviously Salah is. There's no debate. There's no argument. That's
Okay.
your best right wing in the world.
Okay.
Your best right back, it will be a toss up between Hakimi, Trent, and who else? João Cancelo.
Okay.
So that you have an argument African in there. Now on your left wing, you got to give it to Mbappe.
Okay.
Your top forward obviously would have to be either Haaland or Lewandowski.
Okay.
Your middle would be Conte, right?
Okay.
You wouldn't find any middle.
so to your
but-
point, there is no South American in that 11.
I'm gonna leave that to y'all to think about.
You know why? Because he said something that I thought was interesting. When you look at, I actually think it's 10 teams. I could be wrong, but when you look at those, aside from Brazil and Argentina, bro, I don't know if I'm taking Peru over Senegal.
Why not?
I don't know if I'm taking Uruguay
why
over
not
Nigeria.
Why not?
No, because those are games.
But I've seen. But we've the proof is in the pudding, though. That's what I'm trying to
What's
say.
the
Is like
pudding?
Like we've seen in recent years, South American teams wash.
Only 3 South American.
Bro,
teams won.
to be honest, in recent history, I haven't remember an African team beating a South
no,
American
I'm
team.
talking about now.
Colombia
I'm talking
and
about
Cameroon.
now.
I just brought that up.
They didn't lose.
Because
Yeah,
when I look
lost.
at this Senegal,
That was in
team now,
1990.
They still lost. You bring up history the most, bro.
I
So
said in
1990
the
still
most recent years. I repeat
No, I'm
myself.
talking about
I said
right now.
Right now, in the most.
Argentina versus Nigeria.
the last 8
World
years.
Cup.
Who won that game?
Wasn't in Nigeria, right?
What the fuck? Messi made. That's the
What was
golazo
the
he
score?
scored.
2-1.
2-1, Messi scored
No,
in-
Musa scored 2 goals.
Nah,
Nah,
Messi.
alright.
They needed to win.
Yeah,
Argentina
bro, get your
needed to
brother.
win.
Well, nah, it wasn't 2-1. I remember Musa scored 2 goals, though.
Who's that?
Nah, nah,
Footy Fanatics.
Argentina needed to win.
Okay, Ghana.
So,
Nah,
exactly.
Nigeria,
Okay,
bro.
Ghana, and who eliminated Ghana out of the World Cup? Brazil,
No, it wasn't Brazil. It was
Uruguay,
by
and the
robbery.
before that it was Brazil.
By robbery.
So every time, like the proof is in the pudding. I'm not even trying to
They
be a
don't
dick,
wash
but it's
them,
just
but
like,
it's not. It's
Yeah,
not
but
a
your name
wash.
it's not a
That's
wash.
what I'm
okay,
saying.
okay, it's not a wash.
It's not
But
a
who's
wash.
who
They
wins?
get through. They win.
But you're naming powerhouses of South America.
My point. Word powerhouse.
Yeah.
Uruguay's the powerhouse now.
It's a powerhouse.
You didn't admit that last time.
I did.
You said it's Brazil and friends, Brazil and
That's
Argentinian
what I
friends.
think.
That's
I
what he
genuinely
said.
think.
I said Brazil, Uruguay, Colombia sometimes.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'm not
Yeah,
biased about the
Colombia.
Colombia, but in the last 10 years,
Brazil.
we've been better than most African teams.
I could.
Most
you
our
know
top
what, though?
five. Look,
I
our
think the coaching is
no,
poor, though.
our top five. Our
Think
top five
coaching.
in South America. Again, we're talking about the same topic.
I feel
Are
like-
better than the South Africa than the top in Africa.
I feel like talent-wise, you guys definitely have the talent, but it's just like.
It's not as big as you would think, though. Right now, it's not as big
But
as you would think.
let's be honest, let's literally look at it in the transition of time, right? Growing up,
They had
Brazil
it.
and
They had
Argentina, nobody was touching.
They
talent.
had it.
Brazil and Argentina
Even
had the scariest, maybe even Uruguay.
Even
too.
Colombia, you throw in there.
Nah, but Brazil and Argentina's 11 and
it was
bench
gone.
and
It was
reserves.
clear.
Nobody's touching.
Reserves was clear as Africa.
Now the roles are starting to change, bro. Brazil ain't as scary. Argentina's ain't as scary. The little teams are starting to prove they're putting. Back in the day, Copa America was literally Brazil, Argentina, and France. That's why that comment comes is because.
Nah,
people
but
used to-
that's a comment that's made. It's a facade. It's not real. That's a lie. Because it's not. Because you just give an example of Copa America. The last 7 Copa Americas, 5 different winners. Let's go back. Uruguay won it
But-
twice.
Right. Then that feeds into his point before where you said if other teams are winning it, the quality isn't there.
No, my point is that good point though. But my point is that Egypt wins it all the time.
No, we don't. The last time we won it was 2010.
All right.
It's been 12 years.
Who's won it since?
Uh,
Algeria won it.
Algeria, Senegal, Ivory Coast, Zambia.
Oh, God. Oh, my.
Has Zambia made a World Cup?
Since you guys are talking about little teams,
Mm-hmm.
who's in AFCON impressed you the most out of these teams? Since like,
No team impressed me the most. Everybody, all the good teams are choking.
negativity aside for a second,
Price negativity.
do you think this AFCON is like not like one of the best, but is it like would you rate this AFCON with all these big teams getting knocked out?
Honestly, as an African that consistently watches AFCON, I feel like this is the most tournament that has been exciting. Seeing new teams show up on the scene, it shows you heart. Gambia, big win for them. Comoros, even though they got knocked out, they had Cameroon on the Bunsen. Let's be real. Equatorial Guinea. First of all, I ain't even like. You asked me they making it to the quarters. Listen, my guy, they made it to the quarters. So like, obviously, I was so used to the powerhouses. Like growing up, the Final Four would be Ghana, Ivory Coast,
Cameroon.
Egypt, and Cameroon, or it's a switch up either between Nigeria, Senegal. Now it's just you had the Brazil, Argentina, and friends in Africa as well. But now that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it was a pretty equal group. Algeria left with a point, and that's a powerhouse at home. You wouldn't see that in South America though. That's what I be trying to tell you. Like the day that comes, I would love to see that excitement. Last Copa America is when I really started to realize like I wasn't even excited to watch the games when I was younger. Like yo, Dino, this, that. Like yo, we about to see young Messi, like Riquelme. Like now we talking. You know what I mean? Like I want to see that face off. But right now it's just like yo.
I think it personally is the best AFCON because it's stars. Like you even just said it, Equatorial Guinea. Is that and Mali? Bro, the Basuma's from Mali, no?
No, I don't think so.
Nah, I'm pretty sure Basuma's from Mali.
He's from one
So
of
you
the-
go and Basuma's a 50 million pound player. So it's like there's just stars
Or like
all over
Guinea.
AFCON.
He's not even playing in it. He's
And
not
Naby
even playing
Keita, Guinea.
The Guinea, bro, they have a squad. I didn't know they was stacked.
Oh, isn't the guy linked with United? Haidara, isn't he from Mali?
yeah.
Bro,
What's the name too at Leipzig?
55 mil.
Eli Moriba. He's
Yeah,
at
from
Mali.
Guinea,
He
yeah,
plays
yeah.
for Mali.
No,
he
he plays for Guinea.
Guinea.
Bro, it's just in terms of talent. That's why, to Brian's point, I think it has more to do with coaching.
No,
I think the coaching in
that's what I
AFCON
said la-
score.
That's what I said.
I
last
think the
time.
coaching in
You
AFCON
gotta
score.
understand.
The best
like,
coaches
im-
there is
imagine,
Queiroz.
imagine.
And anti-football.
Honestly, he did a great job today with the formation.
I mean, you know about Carlos Queiroz, right? Because he coached you guys. I think he's terrible. Okay.
I don't think he's terrible. It takes a lot for you also to be a number 2 with the best coach in the world and win such titles and success. So he put Iran on the map, footballing wise. Obviously he coached Real Madrid. I want to say he did a great job, but for him to still step
He
in
did?
case that,
He got sacked after a year, though.
yeah, but still you get to
Lopetegui.
longer than Lopetegui.
Nah, but the thing with
He
Carlos,
won 2 World Cups with the Portuguese U20s. It still counts as something.
Nah,
like,
but he's
you,
like
you have knowledge in ball. But like if you compare the Jose Peckermans and the Bielsa,
oh yeah, exactly.
you know what I'm saying, that come out of
Sampoli.
like these coaches that come out of actually South America are like Scolari. Like you have to like these guys earn jobs. Like I gotta give it to South America. They know who to hire.
Yo, and you know what's crazy? Kind of to your point, because you mentioned Chile. But how much was Chile's success? Sampoli.
Nah, they had a squad, bro. They had a
Nah,
squad.
they had
They
the players. They
had
at the
Alexis
time.
But
Sanchez
they
and-
haven't won since.
But
Yeah,
he's-
they haven't won
but
since.
they're
I
not
would've
the
That
same
happens.
coach.
He caught lightning in the bottle with those 3 years.
Yo,
I think it was,
3 years.
but it was a good mix. It was
I'll
good
tell you
coaching
something.
and
Perfect
great
mix.
players at the.
Alexis Vargas at the
Uh,
same time.
But you
Bolan-
get that
Alexis-
Chilean, you get
Bro.
that Chilean team with any other
Huh?
coach. Do
Not
they
for
win?
nothing, bro. I really didn't think they were the greatest team.
Nah, Chile at
Chile
that
were
time.
really good.
Bro,
Not
they
Chile.
lost. They beat Argentina in penalties, bro.
But I'm like the World Cup. That was a
Meadow,
young
Gary Meadow, right?
bro.
Medal? Yeah.
They had
Don't
some
even do
ballers.
that because
Bro,
that
come
same
on.
World
Yo,
Cup
my
Mexico
dude,
went
my
far
dude, they left
too.
back
And y'all
Bolson
shit on
Joe.
Gold Cup.
Y'all remember they left back?
Bosun
Bosun Joy, the
Bosun
left back
Joy.
play for Wigan. Come
Yeah.
on, bro. They weren't a great team. You know what they were? They were definition of inshallah football. We gonna go on there, inshallah. We gonna win. We gonna kill them.
But they had enough talent.
only
to win
had
the games,
Alexis,
though.
nah.
Who else they had?
What do you mean? They have Vidal.
Vidal,
Okay.
Alexis. Who else they
That's
had? They had
it.
some
Come
ballers.
on,
Stop.
that's
They
it.
had some
the keeper,
ballers.
Bravo. Next.
Bravo.
Nah, they had a squad. They had a
They had a whole
squad.
squad, bro.
Stop it. They didn't.
That was the best
Just,
ever
you,
Chile.
you got me.
team.
You
Put
got
it
me
that
like
way.
off the.
But that's what I'm
but
saying.
I-
The
they
best
had
ever
a
Chile
squad,
team,
they had a
and you
squad.
just named
Bro,
off 3 guys.
the 2014 Colombia squad was way better than that team.
Facts.
The only difference is one team had
Who
more
did?
heart.
Who beside James and Falcao?
What do you mean?
else?
Beside, bro, Guardado was in that squad.
Keep
Dorado,
going.
Zapata was in that squad.
Zapata.
But you saying Claudio Bravo?
Yeremina,
No,
Ospina.
Well, 2014?
Yeremina wasn't
Nah,
in
nah.
that squad.
It was
Yepes.
Jepes Sanchez. We had Cuadrado. We had
Oh, you had Zuniga.
Zuniga, who
But
broke
Zuniga
Neymar's.
played at Napoli.
Zuniga was
So
Napoli.
was
You had-
Vargas.
you had-
Vargas at Chile
you-
too.
But Vargas flopped.
You had
Vargas.
We had Aguilar. We had
had
Matt Colombia.
Aguilar, like
Matt
Aguilar.
players from Colombia
in
though.
prime Ospina.
In prime. No,
Yeah, so you're
Espina's-
saying Bravo? Ospina's better than Bravo. Bugging.
Ospina's better than Bravo.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah, I'll take
Bravo
that.
was a backup at Barcelona. Don't get it twisted. It
Won
was
the
a
Champions
backup
League.
at City.
We won the Champions
Yeah,
League. Won the league.
What? Vermaelen won a Champions League. I'm
Won
not
the
taking that
league.
serious.
Yeah,
Won
Wes
the
Morgan
league.
won a prem.
Yeah, come on.
Stop. Wes Morgan ball. He ball.
Wes Morgan won a prem, bro.
Ball. Nah, y'all.
Danny
bugging.
Simpson
Chile,
won a prem.
Chile had a good team, bro.
I
Yeah,
rate
Chile had a
Chile.
squad.
They
Chile
had,
had a
they
squad.
had heart, which is very hard to find.
But why
Because-
doesn't a Sampoli
Because
take
to-
over an
no,
African
no,
team?
no,
bro? Money.
to come to Brian's point, right? When Chile made the World Cup, what happened? They got sent home, bro. Next round got sent home.
But they got to the next round, right?
Yeah, but they still got sent home.
So you're
Which
the
one's
champion
that?
of Africa and you don't go to the next round, and then the champion of South America gets to the next round and it's just that point
Yeah,
is
but they got
invalid.
spanked.
That's invalid though.
No, but you guys made it. You just guys said they had a team. So they
You
still
said you had the best team
But
in
yo,
decades, and they didn't even
Because-
qualify for a World
because-
Cup.
because you're still not
And you're
getting-
looking our champion and he's got dubs.
It's still. I'm walking into telling you your point though. You talking about getting dubs? Cool, hoo, ha, ha. They still went home, bro. Go
So
far.
Oski, when you fight, you rather be 0-5 or 5-1.
I mean, they was
All
not
right,
enough
but you're not the
race.
champion in either. So why does it
But
matter?
It's not a 5-1. It's the same shit.
What do you mean?
They was 5-3,
Uh,
5-4.
all right,
Matter of
fi-
fact, they was 5-4 because they got sent home.
It's
the
impossible
same-
to be 5-3 in the World Cup.
No, but they was how many wins they had, bro?
They
One.
obviously made it to the next round, so they must have had 2 wins.
2 wins, and then
Who we talking 2010 World Cup?
no, we talking about Chile.
We talking about
To
the
the
World Cup?
14.
Who they lose to? I don't remember.
I think they lost to Costa Rica for some reason. I feel like
Dang. Oh, that's terrible.
that's when Navas went off.
Dang.
Or was that Paraguay?
First of all, I'm not even trying to take anybody serious because Mexico was better in the last 2-3 editions. Mexico was nice, bro.
In the last World Cup, they definitely.
If you technically if you want to get technical, the CONCACAF is better than Copa America.
No, it's not.
Hold
It's
on,
not.
why?
It's not. I'm not-
Why?
Costa
not.
Rica just knocked out
Hey,
your champion.
What do you
It's
mean?
not that. I'm not gonna
How
say
many
that.
how many
listen,
World Cups
no,
does
because you know
does
what,
CONCACAF have?
Because Brian caught him before you pulled up.
But you know what's
He said he equated the AFCON to the
I
community shield.
said
It's
if
like
you win the
you should
AFCON,
pass
it's like
7
winning the
community
community
shields.
shield. You won 7 community shields, but never lifted a prem. But you won the community shield.
But you know what's funny? Because we're talking about, like, with Africa, right? The AFCON. Brazil and Argentina alone, them aside, I think Mexico's better than the other 8 teams in CONMEBOL. Mexico?
Who?
Listen, Mexico.
With JJ? With Herrera? Come
Don't
on,
even
bro.
do
Come
this.
on, bro.
Who do you guys have that even clears Raul Jimenez?
I was just about to bring that up. Rafa Marquez.
right now.
Right now, I think isn't Falcao in better form than Raul?
Than Raul Jimenez?
He has more goals, right? How do you
Yeah,
judge
who
a
they got
forward?
that's
Rayo
better than-
Vallecano? Oh, my God.
Yo, who they got better than Chicharito?
Not even Chicharito, but like, the thing is, like, even with Mexico, like, Edson Alvarez plays in Ajax, right? Then you got Chucky Lozano.
Chucky Lozano, oh my God.
Baller.
But Luis Diaz.
They play in the
You
same
rather-
team, mind you.
You rather
Who
you
they
rather
do?
No,
Chuck-
who-
no, Chucky
Chucky
plays-
plays at Napoli.
Not-
Tecatito. Who's the other one?
Corona plays
Hey.
in Sevilla.
Yo, remember the
No,
the
Hector
Santos
Herrera
brothers?
plays in.
Hector Herrera.
The-
Yeah.
the Santos
No, he's
brothers?
he's at Atletico right
Yeah.
now.
The Santos brothers.
Another
Look,
one.
frauds.
Giovanni was nasty.
Fraud.
Frauds.
We was what?
Frauds.
Giovanni was nasty.
They
Nah,
both
I
Ricky,
can't take-
you know
yo,
they some
come on.
frauds.
He
They
was
both
a
some
baller,
frauds.
but I have to go with him with that.
Are you
His
serious?
career- his
You
career
see-
flopped.
There's
Are you
some
serious?
frauds.
Crazy.
I love
Dude is
Giovanni.
27 playing in MLS.
Yeah, but Giovanni was nasty.
Bro, his
He had
career
talent.
though, if you actually look at it though, what killed him was
Was women and clubbing.
not even the move when Pep came in. Once he made that move to Spurs, ruined his career.
Oh, clipped.
He
I
went to
would've stayed both
Spurs.
of my spot. He
Spurs.
went to Spurs, ruined his career. Then
Clip.
went to Galatasaray, and then he had a little resurrection when he went to Villarreal, but then that was about it.
Nah, Giovanni was nasty.
He was
I
a
thought
baller as a kid. He was a
bro. Come
baller.
on, bro.
His younger brother was nice too.
Bro.
Bro.
Jonathan
I'd rather Jonathan than
Yeah,
Gio,
yeah,
100%,
both
bro.
nice, though.
Nah, I'd rather Jonathan 100%. That's not even a question.
So I'm saying
Gio,
it's just
Gio, you know what Gio should
Omar
be
Bravo.
no.
Carlos Vela, bro.
Gio
You
should
know
be
what
giving
Griezmann
money
said
to
about
Messi.
him? Griezmann
Gio
was
should
like,
be
"Yo,
giving so much money to Messi and Iniesta. Matter of fact, the only reason Gio's even hyped is because he came out of La Cantera. I mean,
La Masia.
La Masia.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
He was labeled the next Dino.
And so
Yeah.
Bojan was labeled the next Messi.
Yeah, but Bojan was.
That's
Bojan was
exactly. They
nice.
owe Messi money because he's the reason that he was even hyped. If Messi didn't come out of La Masia, that shit would be regular degular.
That whole club would have been regular Degler.
Even though Iniesta is another product, but that's different.
Iniesta was the man. Iniesta and Xavi.
Who would you rather have, Xavi or Iniesta?
I'm not even touching that. Yes, come on. It's not a
I'm
debate.
going Xavi.
Who you get?
Somebody got to get the ball team yesterday.
Yo, don't you guys play Mexico tomorrow?
You do.
You guys?
You do. Yeah, dude, bro. Don't even. Yo,
Yeah, but
you want to talk about Jamaica's 11 compared to Egypt's?
And
Low key.
But what did I say about
Low
coaching?
key.
What that's why I think it's killing the African teams too. Jamaica coaching.
Tapa. Bro, it comes at the end of the day. May all our countries succeed in wealth and success, and everybody that's watching your countries also succeed.
Nah, I don't know.
That's all I think he's
I'm
gonna
not
say
with
tomorrow.
that.
Boy, you know, I want haters.
I wish Colombia just put a foot on everybody in the world and just be like smash, like you little cockroaches.
Never gonna happen. Cameroon, 1990.
We've been a lot closer.
The sleeveless tigers.
This guy asked if Colombia's ever been ranked top 10. I was like, oh my
Have
god.
they?
No, I actually genuinely don't know.
Yeah,
But when?
y'all remember Egypt being ranked there, 10, right? Oh, my fault.
Brian, y'all never have been ranked top 10 before?
I guess.
I actually don't know.
Yo, but y'all remember when Egypt was hitting it, right?
What was Egypt's highest rank?
Ninth.
What were they ranked
Ninth.
at one point? Ninth?
Yeah, 09.
That's cute.
What was your highest rank?
Third.
What?
Belgium is number 1 in the world.
When?
2014 and going into 2014 World Cup.
But yo,
You guys were third?
wow, Belgium was number 1, right? Wow, and they got knocked out in the semis. Odd. They didn't even win the Euros, but they're number 1. Cool. I don't take that FIFA ranking serious because Senegal is the best team in
But you
Africa.
take
but-
AFCON series though.
But they're 20th on that list. How's the best team in Africa 20th on the list? They should be breaking top 10. They go by dumb points of winning friendlies and dumb things like that. That don't count.
Nations League too. They put it into effect.
Yeah. Wow.
The only reason why European teams get the slurpy slurp because they play more international friendly games.
Nation.
Or maybe because they win more in tournaments. You ever thought about that one?
No, because they have way more money. And they
Brazil.
Yo,
Brazil. Nah, I hate that. Nah. I'm gonna stay taking that agenda. The poor shit, bro. Brazil is dirt poor, and they have the most
No,
World
they're
Cups.
They're not dirt poor,
No,
but they
but
have
to
money.
Brian's point, they have the best infrastructure though.
Brazil does.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
100%.
Oh, wow.
Grassroots is by far the best.
Why?
You didn't hear about that Brazilian kid that
15-year-old.
right, but already at 15 is probably playing first team
But
ball.
it's not
But
even
that's
that.
just
The-
a hype
the
you see-
eyes are
that's-
already on Brazil naturally.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's
because
no-
of what they done already.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
exactly.
saying.
You know,
Bro,
the
but those
infrastructure-
guys
That's
at
what I tried to
16,
say in the
17 are
beginning
playing
of the
first team
podcast.
ball.
What?
I said at the end of the day, people tune in because of Brazil and Argentina and what they've done for
No,
the
I'm not
game.
talking about the style. I'm talking about Brazilian. The Brazilian league is just top league, but they let their youngsters play. Bro, that's why by the time these guys are 18, 19,
Because that's their
they're coming in already.
It's
like,
always
bro.
been
That's
like
their
that, though. Always been
that's the
like
way
that.
they
but
work.
That's why they're a powerhouse. That's
They
my
they,
point.
they develop talent and they just ship it off to
Whoever will
wherever.
take them
Yo,
from
you
the
look at
highest
any. That's another point why I think South America has. You look at any team in the Champions League, they got a Brazilian or an Argentinian in there, and that's
Or-
a fact.
Or an African.
That's a fact.
Or an African.
Not always. Not always.
Always.
Not always. Not always.
The Final Four always has an African in it. Internationally
season.
and domestically.
You talking about Champions League?
Champions League and in the World Cup.
Let's
Mm-mm.
talk about last
Deny that.
Champions League.
Deny that.
Mm-mm.
Chelsea. Oh,
Mendy.
No, Mendy. Oh, I was about to say we don't have Mendy,
Conte, African roots.
Mahrez. Who was the other two? Real.
No, Real doesn't.
Now
have
name me
one.
in that final in Argentina.
Real had no African.
Y'all don't have none.
Nah,
Not
should have
one.
been Hakimi, but.
They have none. No, Hakimi won the Champions League
They
with
have
us.
what?
Furlan Mendy's technically African. But
Oh, Mendy's in the squad. Oh, wait,
But
I'm
he didn't
bugging.
win. He didn't.
Benzema.
He didn't win.
Benzema's
They didn't win
Africa.
the Champions League. That's what we're talking about, right? Champions League winners.
even though they're French, but they're really African. What you call it?
Stop it. If we're talking Champions League,
Champion-
bro, Eto'o's got two with two different teams.
Was there an African on that
Salamani
Brazilian
got it.
on the Barca, the second six split, whatever?
MSN.
MSN. Abidal wasn't on that team.
Eric Abidal was on there.
No,
No, he
talking
was
about
a-
14,
He was
15.
he was on 09. He was on
14,
09.
15.
Nah,
No 9. They had a couple
Alexander
Africans.
Song on the bench.
nah, he wasn't even there.
He was on the bench.
Sure, he's a calamity.
Yeah, but at the
He was on
time,
the
they
bench?
used that
He was on the
contract
bench.
that they couldn't
Oh,
get
yeah,
rid
he
of.
was.
They bought him. Alexander Song was on the bench.
Who else? That's it though, right?
That's it.
I think Abidal was on that squad though, right? Wasn't he?
See, that's
Oh,
the only,
Mentiti, no?
that's the main argument I will give to BCAS is that, I mean, South America could say they have the three greatest of all time in one front line.
You
Nothing
could al-
beats
you could-
MSN.
You could also argue that with the Ronaldo, Benzema, and whoever was the third. That team took, bro. It's what do you mean? Nah, one team MSN won a treble and a Champions League once. The other one won 4 freaking Champions League back to back.
I'm talking
Nothing
about the
beats
way,
that.
the way
Nothing
they
beats
compliment
that.
each other.
No, nothing cool. Compliment each other, but they couldn't win 4. They couldn't win 4 back to back. They
No,
could-
well, Real did. No one saw. We're never gonna see it again.
and at the same time, they still got stopped by Jose. So I'm just saying that's not the iconic. Three people. Shout out to them being South American. Yeah, the link up was nice, and obviously they, like you said, they complimented each other. But we've seen better. We definitely seen better. I like the Salah Firmino Mane.
What? Now you wait. What are you saying?
You compare that to MSN?
No, you're saying
I said
you're saying that
it's not better,
MSN
but it's
is. Hold on, I just want to know what we're talking about. You're saying that MSN and
He said the MSN is the best trio that he's seen.
1,000%.
I
Front
said-
three, it's the
I
best.
said the Madrid trio winning the 4 Champions League back to back is the most amazing. It's the most iconic thing that was done in the game.
But what
No-
is
no
this?
one
What
has
is that?
done
What, are we just talking about best trios now?
No, he just mentioned that because he was to Brian's point about South Americans. He was
Now
like,
we
yeah,
gotta be real. South Americans produce better talent. That's it.
Brazil and Argentina, but Brazil.
For whatever reasons you want to give them, for excuses you want to come
No,
up, sure. There's
no,
plenty of
of
excuses.
course, but then
But the at the end of the day, X and O's,
you
2
could-
plus 2 equals
you could
4.
say England produces way better talent than both of them.
That's a lie.
How?
That's a 100% a lie.
If
Right
you-
now,
Right now, that's 100% a lie.
How's that alive?
And right now,
England.
Yeah.
England,
But more than South America.
Clears
Right
both
now.
teams, bro.
Brian, right now,
In history, I agree with you. Right now,
Right
Yeah,
now.
clears them. Bench, starting, and reserve clears them.
Firmino, Richarlison, like
Jude Bellingham just alone
Sure.
would eat them up.
Angel Correa,
Sure.
yo, I don't rate Angel.
Rodrigo died after the Copa America.
no,
never
right,
heard of him.
no, right now.
Right now.
Name me a better defensive mid than Casemiro.
Declan Rice.
But he's 30 something.
Declan Rice is better than Casemiro?
Yo, y'all don't. you
Calvin
know what's
Phillips.
crazy? Nah, you know why? Because you know what's crazy? I watch.
Nah, Kiko bugged it. He
Jude
said
Bellingham?
Declan Rice would come.
No, because I watch.
What
Casemiro
about Jude
play.
Bellingham?
No,
What
but
about
that's
Jude
just
Bellingham?
talent that's England are developing. Phil Foden, Jude Bellingham, Jadon Sancho.
Okay.
Besides
Bukayo
Rodrigo
Saka, Emil Smith Rowe.
Rodrigo.
We gonna mention Martinelli.
Vinicius.
or Rodrigo. Same.
Nah, but Rodrigo isn't in the Sancho
But
class.
that's what I'm saying right now. Because Casemiro's what, almost 30 something now. Like, he's not a talent.
Bro, and I'm
anymore.
talking. I watch
He's a
him
grown-ass
play.
man.
He's good at what he does, but bro, he's nowhere near Declan Rice, some of those guys, bro. Casemiro?
Bro.
What is that thing? What is that thing that Lasso says? What's that thing Lasso says? Stop laughing.
Kiko
What is that
got a
thing he
point.
says?
Kiko got a
Why
point.
you said Declan Rice
Bro.
over Casemiro?
Bro, what's that one thing Lasso says all the time? What does Casemiro does? Break that lace. Bro, we're talking ball. Bro, Casemiro can't ball. Can't ball. Bro, and I'm a Madrid fan. I've always said Fabinho is better than Casemiro for me.
Yo.
He's not even the best defensive mid on
How about
Brazil.
Valverde? Valverde.
Valverde's better than Casemiro.
Valverde.
Yo, y'all serious right now?
Valverde
Oh, you're
better
taking the
than
piss.
Casemiro.
That's what they say. You're taking
Calvin
the piss.
I can see Calvin Phillips. I can see
Calvin Phillips is better than Casemiro.
I can see that. I can see the Declan point. But I don't know.
Declan Rice is better than what has Declan Rice done besides the last 2 months?
No.
Bro, but Casemiro's surrounded by legends around him. Declan Rice taking
Because
West
he's a
Ham to
legend
top
himself.
four.
Tell me who you are. Tell me who you with, and I tell you who you are.
So all right,
I'm
the Brazil setup alone.
I'm taking Conte over Casemiro.
Fernandinho in his prime, Fabinho or Casemiro. Casemiro's third.
Casemiro's
Agreed.
first.
Nah.
I know those.
Fernandinho.
Out of those three,
Yeah, for sure.
Don't forget Fernandinho was a baller.
I'm gonna let y'all talk.
Fernandinho do that end up playing center back?
What Casemiro does? He plays center back sometimes?
No. Casemiro
No,
does
he
not play
doesn't
center back. No.
I definitely got to give it to Fernandinho.
Bro, they rather bench. If you look at Real Madrid,
Yeah, that
they
was
bench.
funny, bro.
They rather bench Cruz, give
Than
Cruz a
Casemiro.
rest than Casemiro.
No, because there's two players on Real Madrid that do not see the bench. And their name is Casemiro and Courtois. Bro, because
Everybody else sees the
because
bench.
Casemiro's that guy. You just tell him break that lace, bro.
Bust that
just go
lace.
foul.
So you
just
don't.
do
So
that.
you're telling me you don't rate that skill?
It's the thing is that but
Right?
there are defensive mids that can do that, but are way better on the ball than him. Fabinho is way better on the ball.
So
than
I've
him.
seen, I've never seen
break that
Firmino score a
lace.
goal like he did, like Casemiro did on Porto. Remember that free kick?
Oh my God!
Or the volley. The volley.
Brian,
There you go.
You just said everybody can have a goal,
But he scored
Everybody
in the
got a
world. He
goal.
scored in the Champions League final. Golazo.
bro. That don't mean nothing to me. So did Mandzukic. What are we saying?
Mandukic was a nice forward though.
Yo, come on,
What you
son.
mean? Then I can't believe you. I really
No,
can't.
I'm
believe
just saying.
Casemiro's the best
Bust
defensive
that
mid in the
lace.
world. Period. Point blank.
That's my thing. I rate Casemiro, but I just
Who's-
don't think
He's
he's
not the
that.
best. Who's the better defensive midfielder than him?
Declan Rice.
I'll take Conte over him.
I'll take Conte. Yeah.
I'll take Conte over
I'll
him.
take Rafinha over him if Sir Jorginho.
George-
I take
Jorginho?
Rodri over him.
Rodri.
It's
Nah,
not even
yeah,
a debate.
this
guy
It's
is-
not even a debate.
Rodri is a
It's
baller.
not
Are you
even a
guys
debate.
serious?
Rodri's a
I'm taking
baller.
Fred.
The Rodri, the guy who didn't start in the Champions League
I'm
final
taking
last year.
Fred.
Yo, bugging for that. Y'all don't know what's good with that.
The guy who didn't start in the Champions League
That's
final
why they
last
lost.
year.
That's why
That's
they
why they
lost.
lost. That's why
That's why they lost.
Okay.
I'll take Fabinho
Okay.
over Casemiro.
Just to let you know, if you're a coach and you're like, oh, I could bench this guy,
For a
and then this
Champions
guy's
League
like, I'm not benching this guy, just shows you the
Yo,
different
I'll take
level.
Kessie.
There's levels to this.
I'll take Kessie.
There's levels to this. You don't even
Kessie?
think about benching Casemiro. That thought doesn't
My
even
man
cross
said
the coach's
Declan
mind.
Rice, bro. Wow.
Y'all don't rate
Yo,
Declan Rice?
No, I rate Declan
Actually,
Rice.
is he more of an 8?
But one guy literally had 4
Nah.
Champions League.
Guys, let us think
Bro,
what you
no
think
one's
who's
talking
better.
his career. You said who's the
Declan
better
Rice
player.
or Casemiro?
You said who's the better player?
On the eye, I agree with that.
Yo,
on the
y'all
eye.
do that a lot. I just noticed that about y'all. Y'all say a question and have amnesia or like some dementia. Like, oh, I forgot to ask that question. You said who's a better player. I didn't say accolades.
Bust the lace.
Yo, cousin, that's all cousin.
So did Mandzukic.
Tackles. He tackles and he can hit a long ball and plays in a league where his team has 80% of the ball.
So he looked good.
So
He look
Rodrigo
good.
doesn't have 80% of the ball.
Who?
You were just on last episode.
No,
Oh, it
Declan
turns
Rice?
into EPL turned into a
Declan
EPL.
Rice?
What? Declan Rice.
Has 80% of the ball?
He runs that midfield. That whole midfield goes through
But
him.
it's West Ham.
So what?
Was it for me? Declan Rice captain West Ham in the top 4 is way more impressive
captain
than,
you-
than
you're
Cristiano
saying-
Ronaldo and
so-
friends.
So let me ask you a question. No, it's not Cristiano Ronaldo's friends. So you rather have a midfield where it's Modric, Cruz, and Declan Rice over a midfield that has Cruz, Modric, and Casemiro.
He's a better player than Casemiro. Casemiro probably fits that front 3 wide because he doesn't need the ball.
Bust the lace.
Bust the lace.
Yo, y'all heard this first, Kiko. Declan Rice over Casemiro.
The only
give
thing
me a
that I
headache.
want to ask y'all is, y'all,
Yeah,
do
give me a
y'all
headache.
think Declan Rice is a defensive mid? If not, you think he's more of an 8?
No,
then that
I-
debunks
I-
our
he's
whole
a
thing.
DM.
I
For
see
sure.
your point.
He's
Taking
definitely more of an
To
8.
captain West Ham at 21 years old.
What does
take him
that
to
mean?
level.
What does that? That means
You
nothing.
nice.
That
You
means
nice.
nothing. That
You
means
just mad.
nothing.
You mad
That
'cause
means nothing.
You're mad because the player
No,
defending
because
is just to bust the lace.
Grealish captained his team, and look at him. He's a bum now. He can't even start on his team.
It's different. It's two different things.
How is that the different? You just said, oh, he captain of his team.
Last year, you didn't say that Grealish was a bum. Last year,
I said he was great.
exactly.
I said
It's
last
because
year he was
he's
great,
having
and
a
so
bad
was Bruno
run.
Fernandes last year.
Yeah, and he's still great.
And both of them are trash right now.
No, I don't know about Bruno being trash. Bruno's definitely looking better than Grealish.
This season?
Both flops though. Both took massive dips.
It's the game.
Nah, you
bro.
got to get accustomed to Pep's system.
Give him a year. Give him a year.
Look at Rodri. Everybody wanted Rodri
Now,
out last season.
Rodri is the best DM in the world right now.
Was John Cancelo who he was last season? No.
That's that. Yeah.
Was John Stones who he was? Was Laporte who he
That
was?
crazy?
Bro, Pep has to look back in the mirror. And
There's
think
no
himself.
better
That's
defensive.
why I
Mid.
lost.
There's no better defensive mid in the world than Casemiro.
Yo, I'm
I'm
gonna
not
leave this for the
entertaining this.
fans.
But what do you?
I'm
you
not
talking
even
about just
entertaining
tackling,
it.
Or you talking
No,
about on the
no,
ball?
that's
Because
what
it
it
can't be on
No,
the ball.
it's not.
It
What do you
can't
mean
be
it
on
can't
the
be on the
ball.
ball?
On
So
the ball,
Casemiro can't knock it. You telling me Casemiro can't knock it?
not in the
Not
same way
compared
Rodri
to the-
does. Not in the same way Rodri does.
But Rodri can't tackle the way like Casemiro does. So you just want to highlight one skill again. Y'all doing the skill thing again. Y'all grabbing one skill and then
Bust that
bust that lace, bro. You kidding me? That's you're called a defensive mid. 65% of your job is busting that lace. And he's the best at doing that.
Yeah, but
and all of a sudden, oh no,
Conte?
he's just busting lace.
Better
Let's
than Conte?
ignore that 65% and let's focus on the other.
How did Casemiro get his position again? Remember that story?
Wow, what do you
He said everybody chose to be a forward. When he was like, all the forwards come to this side. He said the whole team went for trials to be a forward. He was like, how about the CDMs? No one showed up. He's like, all right, that's my position. He's like, because I just wanted to make the team. Bust the lace.
I mean, that's the thing though. He's a good player.
You have to be because
You have to give him his respect. You gotta give him his flowers. But for me, I'm just like I said. It's one of those. Like I'll give you an example, right? For you, there are two guys for me that solidify the number 6 position for me. When you're a kid, Claude Makelele, that's one. And for me, the other guy was Xabi Alonso. They played the position, two totally different styles. But for you, it all depends on what you want. Like, are we really gonna say Makelele was a better baller than Xabi Alonso?
No.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
could ball, but not better than Xabi
Absolutely.
Alonso.
Absolutely. 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 So you're telling me that
Makelele's not a
you're,
better
you're,
player.
you're telling me Xabi Alonso. You're telling me. I just want to make this clear that Xabi is better than Makelele.
Yes.
As a 6, as a better on the
as
ball.
a technical, as looking, as watching. Makelele was a hustler. Just
But Makelele could ball too.
But
though.
could
He
ball.
could ball, but what teams did he play?
What the fuck is going on today?
Bro, perfect
you know
example.
who was better than both of them? Michael Essien, bro.
No, he wasn't.
John Obi Mikel. I'm so serious, bro.
No.
So serious, bro.
Bro, when Makelele was winning
Joe
with
Obi
Real,
Mikel
who
was
was the
mad
midfield?
underrated, bro.
He was underrated, but he ain't Dan.
Who was the midfield when Makelele was playing at Real? You had Zidane, Figo, Guti, and all them.
Seedorf.
Yeah, like, bro, when you have a defensive mid that can
Makelele
disrupt-
created that
and
position.
you could and when
I
you
can't lie.
intercept,
Makelele did create that
It was
position.
him.
no one's saying he's not a legend.
I could agree with BCAS, bro. Makelele did create the CDM role.
He created whatever you want to call it, but the point I'm trying to tell Brian though is that
Yo,
I don't care if
BCAS
you
has
give
a
me
point,
if you
son.
give me Makelele and you give me Xabi Alonso.
I'm taking
Xabi Alonso, just to prove a fact,
taking Xabi
Makelele played defensive end by himself.
That's
Xabi
the
Alonso always was with somebody else.
That's fine.
Mascherano, Queida.
Now we're talking
Gerard-
about Toronto.
He
No, I'm just
did.
saying who he played it with.
He did. He always had
The
a
national
team.
team. He has
He
Busquets.
had them right, but my point is, like I said,
You have
there are
Stevie
certain
G.
There's certain sixes like that. Xabi Alonso, who's another guy? Andrea Pirlo, right? Busquets.
Pirlo's not a DM though.
Busquets played
At
alone.
Juve,
Technically.
he
What?
played, bro.
Busquets,
He was
I feel like
picking
he
the
played
ball.
alone.
Not in
but
Spain.
defensive
Spain and
mid.
in Spain,
center
Xabi
midfield.
Alonso and Busquets play together.
But
Oh,
Barca,
deep
he
line
played
playmaker.
Deep line
Mascherano.
playmaker. There you go.
Mascherano, yeah.
Even Busquets. Is Busquets a DM or is a deep line playmaker?
Nah, he's a defensive man, bro. He steals. He
With his
doesn't.
mind, with his head.
He
He plays
he
with his
busts his
mind.
lace, but
With it.
different.
He's the
Bro,
best.
Interception.
He
That's
interceptions.
another interception.
He's the best.
You could throw Makelele on an island by himself. Yo, Zidane, do your thing.
He's-
Seedorf, do
he's
your
a-
thing.
he's-
I got this
he's a
by
old-
myself.
The best to compare him to a player right now. He's like a very similar to Conte, engine player, trapping balls, and he could play and he could move the ball forward.
But both those guys clear Casemiro for me.
Who?
Yeah.
Makelele and Conte.
Oh, of course. No, you meant Makelele and Xabi Alonso.
Just because
Xabi Alonso. To be honest, look, I
Xabi
rate
brought up a
Xabi
good
Alonso.
point.
I rate Xabi Alonso, but he can't. He's not even the upper echelon, so like top 10 defensive mids.
No, Shibi brought up a good point. I don't think you could actually categorize him as a defensive mid.
Who?
He's a deep line playmaker.
Xabi Alonso.
Xabi Alonso.
He's not even the best
This
deep
is-
line playmaker, whatever y'all want to call
Oh,
that
nah,
position.
for sure. Well, he's a quarterback, bro.
He's better. Busquets is better than him. Andrea
I'll give you that
Pirlo
one.
is
I'll give you
Andrea Pirlo is better than him.
No,
Paul
top 10
Scholes
for
was
Xabi.
better than him as deep line playmaker. All right, so let's just stop this. This is
You said
blasphemous.
top 10, so name another 6.
No, I said defensive mid. Now y'all want to say deep
no,
line
they're not-
playmakers.
No, Shippy was right. He's not a defensive mid.
He's not a DM because
He's
he
not a
can.
DM.
Because that's the
So
thing.
what is-
DM is Casemiro, Conte, Makelele,
Mascherano,
Mascherano,
Gattuso.
Gattuso. You can leave them on their own to let Steven Gerrard go forward. Let
them eat. Just let them
eat.
let
Leave us
them bust
alone.
that lace.
Bust that lace. Bust that
Yeah, I believe this one for the fans. Man.
Bust that lace.
That's crazy to me
Hey,
though.
you
That
could,
you,
like
look,
Calvin Phillips, you could leave him on.
I think nostalgia is doing
Yo,
the
yeah,
same thing.
bro.
The Drogba nostalgia is happening to him with the Xabi Alonso nostalgia,
for
bro.
Footy
Xabi
Fanatics.
Alonso's baller.
He's good.
Footy Fanatics,
He's
Footy
alright, but
Fanatics.
like relax.
When he
Right.
came to Real,
We
he
hitting
was a
the hour
big piece
mark.
of
We
that
hitting the
midfield.
hour mark.
He didn't even
In
play.
the final.
We
In the
hit
final.
that
But he was a
mark.
big piece of that midfield, though. Him and Kadira.
BCAS asked that question.
Who y'all think is better? Xabi Alonso
Or
No,
or
it's not.
Makelele?
That wasn't the question.
Or
Casemiro, Declan Rice.
all right, you ask that one. Go ask that one. Ask that one.
So to everybody watching this, right? Who's a better player, Casemiro or literally anyone else that knows how to play football?
Declan Rice. He said Declan Rice is better than him than
I
Casemiro.
said Calvin Phillips.
That's disrespectful.
That is
bro.
disrespectful.
Not disrespectful. I'm just saying y'all don't really watch him.
Dead.
What do you mean I don't watch him play? Yo, like, comment, subscribe, comment. If you watch this video up to now and you haven't commented, you haven't liked, you haven't bookmarked, you haven't saved, you haven't shared it, you're a weirdo. You're a weirdo that just watches to watch.
Love,
We need y'all love. We need y'all love.
Love y'all for watching this full episode.